Wow, so that Kartel appearance at the PNP conference just has everybody talking.
We are uncovering the unexpected.
Changing the narrative.
Changing the narrative.
Yes, I.
Fix up life.
Well, I just see him like a maga boy again. Yeah, magical laws, yeah.
Upgrade them while you're saying
Magical laws. Put some confidence in your thing now. And go on a road, go do the thing now.
Overcome nation with confidence. You win before you even start. Today's podcast is brought to you by.
See him like a maga boy, no? Yo, Kato. So she want a man. It's out now.
Magical, we are going with it.
Yeah,
man, camera clean.
Late. Yes, you see in a political space.
Wow, so that Kartel appearance at the PNP conference just has everybody talking. PNP, of course, is defending it. Other people are criticizing it. But I just want to share with you a thought from one of my analysts on our post-conference debate panel on TVJ, Clive Mullings, who is, himself a former JLP cabinet minister. But he said, look, after conference, you want everybody to be talking about the party leader's speech. What them say, their vision for Jamaica, how to plan them sound, if people buying into it, just supposed to drum up support for him and for the party. And Clive say, so what does this do? Because all people now are going to be talking about is Kartel at the conference. So what do you think? What did you think about it?
Well, we just come to represent for our people them at this time politically. And the vibes is nice, so that's what I think.
Politically, what would you change about Jamaica right now? What bothers you? What disturbs you?
No, what bothers me and what disturbs me are the same sentiment the people them on the right as a share. That's why I'm here. So Mr. Golden will make it clear.
Thanks a lot.
Overcome nation. What you think? Give me your little wisdom on that one, What are your thoughts on what Mrs. Miller said just now? Who is the future leader of the PNP party? Yeah, Vybz Kartel mentioned Mr. Golden. Do you think that this is a takeover by Vybz Kartel?
As a nation, I'm just there and my mates. I never have no political aspiration growing up. But I one thing that would run for MP in the future. Just to show the people them say, bro, life can better. Politician can do more. You know them here there? Because me and meds it. When me either watch on the internet and me and meds it and me say, blood clot. Them day and age, Jamaica people still a black road and a protest about basic things. Good road, light, electricity, running water, whole heap of school, basic school, primary school, these have running water, proper sewage system. Them think they're basic thing when it should even been a problem. A modern time now, in the 21st century, them think there should have been a problem.
How can one identify, a party that is for the people and not just for political strategy or political gains?
Yeah.
And I believe if politics is within the education system, then a lot of the questions would be answered from early.
Yeah, definitely me agree with that. Say, if youths would understand more, but then again, do politicians really want us to understand more about our political affairs in our country? Because
that's why I'm saying.
No one nobody a question.
Dear, so now we could have a more balanced democracy.
Yeah.
Would have a more balanced democratic society.
Yeah. But the thing is, the PNP party, as me say, from an outside observation standpoint, has always been in shambles for maybe the last a decade. Yeah, I think he probably reach up to that now, because before COVID until COVID come and pass. It is almost a decade now that the PNP party is in shambles.
The PNP is politically desperate. It cannot fathom the thought of being in opposition for 3 consecutive terms. It cannot. It has never been in opposition for 3 consecutive terms.
Them not really organized as they are to be. The last election we see PJ Patterson as well did make a same comment. I say they are not as organized as they are to be, because the PNP party is said to be split in 2. You know, one set that is supporting one candidate and another.
Who in the leadership of the PNP was courageous enough to stand up and say, no, not a backside? Who was courageous enough to do that? Huh? Where was Peter Bunting? Find that clip with Peter Bunting for me.
Again, for those of you who may not know, this is Vybz Kartel. He's currently a guest of mine in the correctional services. Kartel, to my mind, is just the principal exponent of the negative aspect of our popular culture, or the negative elements. He is the poster child of what I consider to be the negative elements in our popular culture. His songs and his music advocate violence. It advocates disrespect for women. It advocates skin bleaching. So it essentially devalues our whole identity as a people. I mean, there's hardly anything positive that you can find, except that he's very clever. You know, so we have to acknowledge that he's very clever, he's very talented, but he has put that talent entirely in the service of evil, in my opinion.
And therefore, you got what you got yesterday at the PNP's conference. A man of questionable character is hailed as a hero. And by the calculation of Dayton Campbell and Mark Golding, they have an election to win. And he has a whole lot of influence and sway. Therefore, they're not comfortable with it. When you listen to Campbell, Dayton Campbell and Angela Brown Burke struggling to justify it. But their calculation is, we must win and win at all cost.
But me I gonna say this, probably the first time I gonna say it publicly. Maybe I've said it to other people before, but I feel like say the PNP party best bet in the future gonna be Crawford. I think that's the person where they might try for groom for become, you know, because Crawford, like a Andrew Holness to the JLP, is more connected to the younger generation, not because of age, but because of insight and knowledge and all of them things there. And again, he's neither for Crawford nor Andrew Holness, but
So
we just observe politics.
What about Lisa Anna?
No, Lisa Anna already step aside. And because of if Lisa Anna supposed to come back, it would be a surprise. Because she already stepped aside, and one of the reasons for stepping aside, I think, is because Crawford is hungry for him. Come forward for getting power. You get me?
Well, I mean,
so me not call her dead, you know. It's not that me I call her dead. That's why I say if she come back, it would be a surprise.
Would you blame Crawford?
No, him say it too. Him say it too.
As a youth,
him ambitious.
As a youth, you go school.
Yeah.
You know, you go college, and I would assume, say, him do something in a politics. A school, college.
Yeah.
So
some sort of political science or something.
So why would not the man have ambition to?
Yeah, man.
And become even the next prime minister.
And him say in a one interview, say I think upon on stage or whatever, he did say when he said some bad things about Lisa Anna behind closed doors, and it was, you know, spill over in the public by somebody, and somebody did leak it, and him say him know who leak it.
Yeah.
Him said the things that was said, if him was Lisa Anna just the same way to him, that hate himself too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess analysis him says a fair game is a political race. So
well,
the best
for me,
man.
I'm not for any particular party. But I mean, if a young youth have the knowledge and the insight for run the party, and do good for him country, why not?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm have to do for get himself there. And as I say, being an ambitious person, he personally not have a problem with him being an ambitious youth and want to become the prime minister of the country, because whether you do good or you do bad, I think getting just like in America, Donald Trump getting him name on the presidential list, a legacy for the next generation. So I guess because I cry about want to have him name down as a legacy for the next generation, which is no less ambitious than Andrew Wellness, as we say. So you know.
Well, and Andrew Wellness already start to create for him
legacy.
You know, as what the youngest person to ever become a prime minister. So can Crawford become the youngest too, or maybe past that age?
I mean, maybe past the age, but young enough.
Young enough. Yeah.
It's gonna be quite a week. And it started yesterday with that event at the National Arena. We're joking about Lady J.A.